Hey all, welcome back to my adventures in Metroid Zero Mission. And so, today is the final part of this crazy, long, epic, wild Zero Mission. We've gotten almost every item in the game. The last bit of it is on the way forward. We have destroyed a zillion space pirates. We've got all the amazing weapons like power bombs, screw attack, the gravity suit, which wasn't even in the original canon, but now it is. So good luck, fanfics writers, for actually explaining what happens to the gravity suit between this game and the next game. We just have to get through that door and get to that escape ship. And we're gonna be working on that. We just have to get by these silver space pirates and make our way through while still being chased by the normal space pirates. It's kind of crazy to think that they really want to take down Samus, and they really think they have an opportunity to do so. Like, I can understand not sending in all these silver space pirates. They probably don't have that many. They want to protect critical sections of the ship, maybe. Whatever. But they're really expending a lot of these versions of space pirates. I guess to go into a bit of information here, they are sometimes called Zebesians. For some reason, they're not from Zebes. The Chozo are from Zebes, I thought, and I don't know. Maybe they are from Zebes and they got kicked off and they're just taking the world back, but I don't know. Also, yes, worker robot gonk droid thing. Alright then. I guess the power bomb makes you move too. So yeah. I don't know. I feel like if the space pirates actually lived here, they would have said something about it. And the Chozo would have been put in a much darker light than they are. So, I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me why they'd be called Zebesians. There is a space pirate homeworld we see in a later game, but because there's so many different versions of space pirate, it is a little odd. It's not quite clear if all the space pirates are the same species or if they're just a group of pirates. I don't know which idea I like better. I kind of like the idea that they are all from the same world and that this is just their different version of different races. But I also like the idea that they are just a conglomeration of pirates who have a more technological, organized viewpoint than your typical pirates would. And yes, thank you, Space Pirate. Now my save room is deactivated. Go away now. I have to go out of the room and come back in to turn it back on. But, yeah, this is one of the last times we'll be using the save room, so we're gonna use it one more time once we get the last item and get everything set up. But, yeah. We've come quite the ways. It's kind of crazy to think about. All these power bombs, all these missiles, all these super missiles, all these energy tanks. I wonder if this is Ridley's seat. It doesn't really look like his seat, but maybe it's just different because of the way animation works. But it would make sense if Ridley was sitting in the top seat, looking out the main window. Okay, so I'm gonna have a bit of a difficulty with this room real quick here because I get a little confused as to... I know there's a secret path, but I don't know how to access it, so for the time being I just get a little confused. So just to make this go a little faster, I'm gonna speed up this part now. I like the music sped up, by the way, so that's kind of why I decided to leave this instead of just putting a remix. A little bit more triumphant in a way, but also much more silly. But now we get to the final major puzzle for an item. And this one is horrible. I cut out a lot of fails. It just was not interesting to look at them. Essentially what you have to do is you have to do the speed boost. You have to jump onto those boost blocks. I actually looked up the name, they're called boost blocks. And I think that cracked block right there is called a fake block. I think. And then there's two ways to go about this. You can do the hard way, like I'm doing right now, which is screw attack through this area and all the way over to here. No. Or you can do it the easy way, which is after you break through those boost blocks, you come back up here, you charge up a Shine Spark, you hurry down here, and you Shine Spark ho into the energy tank, and 100% the game. Woo! Yes, we did it. Not so bad. And yeah. Now we've made the final sort of challenge here just a bit harder, because now that we're at 100%, the game is going to get a bit harder here, but we'll see how so in a little bit. I don't know if anyone's ever done the screw attack across, but it's so hard I could not do it. I wasted too many attempts trying to do it. And oh, I found the secret area, I think. And that block there is called a pit block. I thought it was called a gravel block, but it's called a pit block. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. It's kind of a weird name. Dang, space pirates. Alright. So, now that we've got that all taken care of, it's time for us to finish this. Let's go to the main room and see if we can't get that stupid door for the docking bay opened so that we can actually get out of here. Leave Zebes and go back to the home with the Galactic Federation on Earth or wherever they live. Bit of a waste of a power bomb, but you won't be needing that many. If any, really. I don't think you can use them, but this area still bothers me. Like, I know it's there. There we go. I found it. But I can't get up there. You know how you're supposed to get up there? You're supposed to use the block that I destroyed to get up there. I like how that space pirate looks, but he just doesn't know the Samus. Ah! And now, because of the screw attack, it destroys the block easily. So you have to go up to the block and do one of those simple jumps to get in here. And there we go. Now we've seen every inch of the map as well. Great. So now we're totally ready to actually beat this. Just go in here, point my Shine Spark for fun, and go through a strange set of pit blocks that almost make you hyped up, I guess? I don't know. Build tension. And as one last showing, as one last sign of things to come, we now have to fight Mecha Ridley, or Robo Ridley, or the Ridley Robot. Yes, this is the final boss of the game. It's kind of weird to think about, but yeah. They decided to change the final boss from Mother Brain to Ridley's personal robot that he had set up. You may remember seeing its eye when we entered the ship. So, I don't know if that means that he's known we've been here or just activated to take over the ship while Ridley is totally, probably, hopefully dead? Question mark? But yeah, essentially, it's a simple enough fight. It's a lot easier if you don't 100% the game. All you really have to do is break the glass and then shoot his chest cavity. But the problem is that his chest being there is going to be blocked by his neck, his hands, and it's not at a perfect angle, so you have to do not a full jump, but just a slight jump to get in there. All the time dodging his claw attack, his missiles, his laser attack. Let's do this the right way. Yeah. It was not an easy fight, as you can imagine. Even without the 100%, it is going to be a little tough if you're new to the whole Metroidvania aspect. He does kind of kick some butt, but he's pretty understandable in how he plays. Really, the toughest part is going to be, can you figure out what you need to do here? Because what you need to do here is get your jumps just right and make sure that when you do you get your jumps just right, and when you do, you avoid getting as much damage as possible, because that sucks. So I'm guessing here that if we destroy Mecha Ridley, Robo Ridley, then it will deactivate all security measures for the ship, and that would be why breaking him will essentially give us the opportunity to unlock the docking bay door. But I also figured that it's just pure coincidence on Samus's part. She knew that if she could get to the main bridge, then she could find the controls for all the doors in the ship, and most likely she doesn't know how to use the hacking techniques of this suit yet, I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, this is a completely different suit than her other one, and presumably this would have her hacking technology that she uses in the next Metroid game, but maybe not. I mean, she doesn't have the gravity suit in the next game, so I don't know. Fanfiction writers, have you answered this question for us? I hope so. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of fanfiction that I could see that was really, like, there is fanfiction for Metroid, obviously, but it's not like what happened between these two games kind of fanfiction that I would want to see. But I always love reading fanfiction and seeing what people's interpretations of ideas are. But yeah, speaking of interpretations, what an interesting way to interpret Ridley here. I would have to assume that this is Ridley made. Whether or not he made it just because he's got a huge ego, or he likes robotics, or he wanted something to... I don't know, maybe he thought, if I don't survive, I want to be put in a robot body. Which does seem like something Ridley would do, I think. He just feels like he likes being indestructible. He likes that kind of attitude, I feel like. He's got a bit of an ego to him, but not as much as, say, Dr. Ivo Robotnik there, with his egg symbols all over the place. But it's interesting. Yeah. Be just careful here, because I have so many super missiles on hand, and because I figured out how to dodge his claw attack. I'm doing pretty good here. That laser beam does way more damage than is worth your time, unfortunately, but there's so many ways that you can take advantage of Ridley here that you can finally destroy him. And that's it. We have defeated Robo Ridley, Mecha Ridley, and saved the day. What is that? Uh-oh. Self-destruct mechanism activated. Evacuate immediately. Yep, time to go! So we have one more escape sequence here. And, we only have 5 minutes to get out. our good friend here, Robo Mecha Robot Ridley, has totally planned things out. If he's going down, he's taking us and this ship with us. He might wreck this ship. He might completely turn it into a wrecked ship. But that's what he wants to do. And I want to screw around here for a bit. But yeah, essentially, just get out of here. There's not really anything to see or anything to do. You can't go to the save rooms, so at this point, the only thing you can do is escape. And because we've defeated this robot and the self-destruct mechanism is activated, I guess that's like code for we're opening the docking bay, everyone get out of here. But the space pirates are so confused by what's going on, they've now lost all their main leaders. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess if we count the leaders in Super Metroid, there's going to be other leaders, but you know, they've lost the main three. They lost Kraid, they lost Ridley, they lost Mother Brain, which wasn't even really a leader, but it kind of is. And uh-oh, looks like we have some trouble here. Sorry, Gonktroid, you gotta get out of here. Go, 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 go. We're gonna have to leave you behind. Hopefully you'll survive, and we'll see you in the sequel. I don't know if we actually will see you in the sequel. Oh, we can just do that. Well, that's very convenient to know. There is a faster way to get out of here, and I unfortunately didn't know about it. But essentially what you can do is you can actually wind up a ball spark, I believe. I think it has to be ball spark. And basically go through half of the area. So it will really cut down on your escape time. Which is only really necessary because of one specific thing that we're about to see. Because even though Robo Ridley is the final boss, there are two enemies that are coming up that are way worse to deal with, especially if you're doing a low percentage run. Two silver space pirates jammed down here, and as you can see, I'm already shooting at them, trying to get rid of them ahead of time. They're not too bad, but because I'm low on health, I'm a little scared to try and take them on so willingly, and now I have no choice but to. I can't open that door. They are locking the door still themselves. So I'm trying to take them down one by one, but they hit hard. But it's okay. We beat them. We can open the door. We just have to wait for it to open. Get in the ship. Sorry, Space Pirate Dude. We're leaving. Mission accomplished. At long last. It's finally over. Well, that is the end of Metroid Zero Mission. It was not easy to do. It is a very hard game if you are deciding to go for 100% or if you want to speedrun it. And initially I kind of wanted to try to at least get it under 2 hours. But it was just not gonna happen. I forgot what my time was when I ended it, but I know I was over. But, again, a lot of that is really just gonna be, you have to be really good and knowledgeable about this game to really take advantage of that. And if so, then you can have some really good fun challenging yourself with this game. It's pretty awesome. There's a lot of great people that worked on it, and, you know, it marks the continuation of remakes of Metroid games that we would see. Or not Metroid games. Well, I mean, we got a couple other remakes. But I meant to say remakes that we would see of Nintendo games, like the Pokemon games were getting remakes at this point as well. And Fire Emblem got remade as well. So there were some remakes going on for the Game Boy Advance, and it's really cool. I'm really glad that Metroid got remade because Metroid 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System is not exactly what I would think of as a user-friendly experience. I wouldn't enjoy playing it probably. And you do actually unlock it in this, you know, by beating Zero Mission, I think on normal difficulty, you do get or maybe just easy difficulty, you get the original game. So we could play that someday, but I'm pretty happy here. I think Samus is too. Yay! So, let's see what we got. For our crazy, wild, wacky, and horribly played adventures, Zero Suit Samus, what is our rating? Here's our fancy picture that we earned for this. Here's our horrible clear time. And here's our rate for collecting items, 100%. Pretty nice. This is actually one of my more favorite cards for an ending, so I'm happy with that. But yeah, next time we'll play more Metroid games. We'll play other games first, though, before we come back to Metroid. But I look forward to playing Metroid once again and playing with Samus. Farewell.